Charles Ryrie explains faith as this: seeing something unseen as if it were already in sight. Seeing something unseen as if it were already in sight. And it took me a few minutes just to process that statement, the process of what that actually means. Then I was reminded of passages of Scripture when Jesus says, faith is everything, believe in me. And one that really came to my head came from John chapter 20, verse 29. The pretense behind that verse is Jesus has just been crucified and has been in the grave for 3 days and has just risen again. He appears in the upper room with the disciples. A little background behind these men: they knew who Jesus was. They walked with him, seen miracles by him. And Jesus told them what was going to happen to him. I'm going to die, but I'm coming back. The Son of Man will be a sacrifice, but guess what? I'm coming back. And yet when Jesus appeared in the upper room, disbelief and joy hit them at the exact same time. The exact same time. They couldn't believe this man that they watched die has returned to them. And this man named Thomas, one of the disciples, also nicknamed Doubting Thomas, asked Jesus to prove himself, or to prove that you are who you say you are. And Jesus lets him touch the holes in his hand and the piercing in his side. Because I don't know about you guys, I don't want to touch the hole in someone's hand. I'm going to stick my finger through it and expect, okay, you're real. No, I'm good. I don't need that in my life. I promise you I don't. But Thomas wanted him to prove that Jesus who says who he was. And this is what Jesus said to him. You believe because you have seen me, but blessed are those who believe without seeing me. Blessed are those who believe without seeing me. Even here in this context of where they're at, men who walked with Jesus physically have trouble with faith. And Jesus is clearly just explaining to them the importance of having faith in him. It's so hard to do that because we all become doubting Thomases. We can see the miracles of everything Jesus has done for us, but then when our circumstances hit the ground, the unseen takes over, and we begin to forget, and it makes it so difficult to understand. And Jesus says here, by faith, the unseen becomes understandable.